Despite the fact that Canada is in the fourth wave of COVID, we are heading towards the federal election on September the 20th. Before we proceed further, quick reminder to all of you, if you're looking for our professional help with immigration to Canada, click on the link cactv.ca/go. We will be more than glad to look at your profile and see if you could qualify for immigration here. When it comes down to federal election, a question arises: what kind of platform political parties do have, what you could expect for immigration to Canada if one or another party comes into power after this election. Well, technically we are considering two major parties, okay? We're forgetting about this front runner of NDP. They're taking the third place, and effectively we're not considering them as valid candidates for government in Canada. So we have Liberals, we have Conservatives. Liberals are in power right now, and this is the dumb Prime Minister who decided to call for election during COVID-19 and during the fourth wave of pandemic, right? And you could estimate and look into what's happening with Canadian immigration, what was happening with Canadian immigration for the last few years, and that is what Liberals are going into. Lots of good ideas, well, have to give them credit for it, but these ideas have very, very poor accomplishments and very poor realization in terms of how they actually work, right? Lots of promises for a municipal pilot did not come into effect. Lots of promises for northern and rural territories pilot. Literally half of the cities and municipalities have not launched it into the full scale as of yet, right? Lots and lots of promises for Atlantic pilot, and lots of situations where this pilot was not working properly. Employers were preferring provincial nominee programs and so on and so on, and these pilots are popping up here and there all the time. So like a technically straightforward immigration system works as a patch hole, right? So we have to make sure that this immigration system might work differently if we have another political party in power. Conservatives, when it comes to Conservatives, all you have to understand is just two sides of a story. For refugees, for those who are looking for asylum in Canada, that are bad news, right? Conservatives are looking forward to decrease the number of people who are applying for asylum, decrease the number of people who are coming here and enjoying all the privileges of permanent residents and citizens literally for free. When it comes down to professional immigrants, for most of you watching this video, it's a different story, and of course Conservatives were traditionally supporting these individuals. If you look at the historical data, if you look at Express Entry, which was in first place introduced by Conservative Party, Conservatives were making sure that the threshold, selection threshold, was the lowest for skilled immigrants, for those of you who are looking to come to Canada without a job offer, without relatives, without any additional support. As far as I remember, that was very close to 413, 419. That's where Express Entry is supposed to be, and what we have right now, as I said before, it's a patchwork of different programs hardly working together, and lots and lots of confusion with federal and provincial officers how to deal together with this system. So we'll see how immigration would work after elections, whether it would be Liberals or Conservatives, but in either case, for those of you who are looking forward after September the 20th, nothing major would come into play within the first weeks, months, and maybe even a year after elections. So if you're a bit scared of whether or not to apply for immigration and what would happen with immigration, it will still be here in Canada. No matter what, we'll be accepting immigrants here. Stay tuned with us, subscribe for the channel.